How can I satisfy my partner? This is a much deeper question than you think. My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. And let's take it from shallow to extraordinary. Let's take that question all the way. For some, it's a question of frustration, where you're saying there's nothing I can do that satisfies my partner. What's going on? For others, it's a sexual question. What can I do to satisfy my partner sexually? But they didn't want to say it. For the wise, the question is, how can I go into that deep part of our relationship that I felt way in the beginning, where I felt so much love, so much connection, that I thought it would last forever? How do I do that? Because incorporated in that is satisfying your partner, obviously. It was your vows. It was what you said you would do when you got married. So let's talk about it. So I'm only going to talk briefly about sexual. We don't really go there. Our belief at the Marriage Foundation is that if everything else is firing on all cylinders, the sexual part is like a blossom on the plant. It'll be there, it'll be unique, and it'll be beautiful. But if the rest of your marriage, the rest of your relationship isn't real connected, isn't deep, and you think you're going to somehow have satisfaction sexually by satisfying your partner, you're mistaken. Recreational sex leaves you high and dry. It doesn't really do it. You need your imagination, first of all, to get you in the mood to make it all happen. And it's materially based. And we are spiritually based creatures. We're souls. We have, if you don't like the word soul, we're deep consciousness, capable of love. A love that is ever expanding, no boundaries. Sex doesn't do that. Now, you can use sex, if you have that love, as a little bridge to connect the two of you. It takes just a little bit of knowledge to do that, and you can do that. But that's not in the question. Well, what about the other question? I can never satisfy my partner. What's going on? Well, your partner is expressing anger towards you. They're not articulating what's really happening for them. And it's really the same problem, that you don't have that connection. Because if you had that connection, the little things in life don't matter. You deal with them. They're easy to deal with when you're really connected. When you really feel that overwhelming love on an ongoing basis, everything is little. There's no big deal going on. But what do we really want? In marriage, we should have an expectation of what I call the two promises of marriage, which are happiness, ever-increasing happiness till the end of your lives. Wow, that's a far cry from I'm not satisfying my partner. And then the other, which really is way more important and actually sets the stage for happiness, is being in touch with that love that just keeps unfolding and unfolding and unfolding for you. And here's the problem. And it's not just your problem. Virtually everyone should be writing in with this same problem, because we in our society have not been taught enough so that we could even grasp this reality. We are taught to steer away from anything spiritual because it may be offensive. You may be stepping on someone's toes. Maybe they're an atheist. Maybe their religion only wants them to be thinking in a certain way about spirit. But the reality is, by definition, love is spiritual. Why? You can't touch it. Nothing sensual there. Can't see it. Can't hear it, right? The senses can't touch love. It's far above the senses. Yet we are aware of love, we've experienced love, and we know. And all you have to do is compare love, real love, to everything else, every other experience in your life, and you will agree it is the most tangible, most desirable of all. And yet that's the promise of marriage. And what have we done to achieve it? You look, you can't even get a vacuum cleaner and turn it on without knowing where the switch is. Virtually everything in our world requires a process. And important things, we study the manual very well, but we didn't study the manual for marriage. So we don't know how to achieve. It's not a ride at Disneyland. You don't just get on it and there is your love and happiness. You have to do something for it. You don't have to do something to avoid the pain. I know that's the whole Western psychological path. Well, let's get rid of this problem. Let's get rid of that problem. Go forget the problems. If you're doing everything right, the problems won't come. So you need to learn how. How do you do that? Well, for only da-da-da-da. No, kidding. But it's true. I did the research. I did the research. I used to be a divorce mediator. And looking back, all the people whose marriages I helped them get a divorce, they should still be married, but they had no idea how. So I've written a couple of books. If your marriage is in trouble or you just want to experience this ultimate marriage, you get the course for men or the course for women, depending on your gender, and you'll be blown away. You will have that which is not only in your reach, but it works like mathematics. What I've learned and I'll share with you works. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel. Learn more about marriage just by coming to these videos and tapping in. I did the work, you might as well benefit from it. In the meantime, if you want to leave a comment on this video, please do so. If you want to leave a like, I love those. And if you need deeper help, go to our website, themarriagefoundation.org. Go to the link for Ask a Counselor and ask a counselor. It's a free service. We're here for you. God bless and take care. Thank you. Thank you for your time.